Welcome to I Heart Geek.
Recording in progress.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, we're. I'm not even going to do my 3, 2, 1 clock in.
Progress.
We are doing our I Heart Geek Christmas party. We have people that are going to be popping in and out.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Yes.
This literally gets put out on the week of Christmas. So I hope you guys enjoy our little fun time.
I was about to say something very inappropriate there.
Oh my God, that leads to a question I'm going to ask.
I will save it for later. I will save it for later.
Okay. So people will be popping in and out, but I'm Dub. At the moment, we are here with Chris Giorgetti. We're here with Satomi Hoffman. We're here with Tyler. And for the first time, Kimberly.
Hi.
Yay!
How y'all doing? How is everybody doing?
Welcome.
Everybody
good.
ready for Christmas?
Yeah.
Almost there.
See,
Well-
I got intel from Santa that I was an extremely naughty boy this year, so I'm getting not 1 but 2 sacks of coal for Christmas.
That's good
Ooh.
money now. Use that coal.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
yeah.
That's like gold. I will be naughty all year.
Well, Chris and I are slightly cross-eyed because we are deep in the throes of our holiday schedule, which means extended performances, like days off are sort of thrown in there willy-nilly here and there after lengthy runs of one after the other shows and photo shoots and rehearsals. And so
It's a day off.
yeah, well, exactly. Because when you have them, that's when you do things like, wade through your laundry. So yes, but
That's my laundry day.
we're still doing Secret Santa at the theater. We also still did Stockings with Care, which is
yeah.
super fun. It's a great charity. If y'all don't know about it, look it up. And I will get off of my
your charity thing,
my
you're
charity
better,
thing.
you're
now.
better than everybody else. I understand. You like to let everybody know.
I am. I really am. I actually, you know what? If you want a charity plug, check out Ecology with an I at the end, where for a reasonable amount of money, it's like less than $10 a month, they plant trees, actual trees, with your money all over the world.
Oh.
So it's very cool.
They,
I have a forest.
didn't they? The things I could say if we weren't if we weren't family
Behave.
friendly.
It's a
Behave.
family show,
Good.
Dub.
I'm sorry. I may have sipped some whiskey here and there before we started, because I do that. Yeah, Skeeter's coming on in a minute, as you guys can see on the screen if you're watching this on the YouTube. Skeeter. He's getting his audio. He'll be in a minute. So didn't that Ecology wasn't that a I know, because they sponsored us a while ago, the show for like 3 episodes, and they were doing like an internet service, and for every search that you do, they would like 1,000 searches or whatever, and they'd plant a tree. I think it's the same company.
I believe so. They partnered with a lot of different businesses.
Yeah,
so
and I think that one
making...
went away, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean they
Google,
partner for a while with each company. So there are other companies that are still doing it. So one of my favorites, God, I feel like a commercial today. One of my favorites is the Mysterious Package Company. They're partnering with them. So I do love them.
Wow, yes.
I actually scared the crap out of a friend of mine with that one, because they send you like you did it as a Christmas gift. And so they send you these packages like something crazy is going on. They don't say who it's from, and that you've inherited some sort of mystery, and it's awesome. But
I would love to figure out on this show, not this episode, but this show, how to do like a murder mystery with all of us. I would love to figure out how to do that.
Ooh. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, but we can't see anymore, Skeeter.
Loud and clear. I'll be right back. But I have the coolest game that I bought at Coppola's Winery. It is actually a murder mystery, like dinner setup. Like you literally have cast of characters that you invite, you dress period, you do the whole thing. We've had it in the box. We were going to try it last year, but we're never able to. It's amazing though.
Nice.
I'll
It's
grab it
happening.
and show you
I'm
what it
in.
looks like.
Okay.
I'm so in.
Yeah, that just seems like fun to me.
I love those
Mhm.
box mysteries. Has anybody checked out Box One?
Never heard of it.
Neil Patrick Harris
Told me about it.
It is awesome. It's pitched as a board game for one, and that's all I'm gonna say because it's really a lot more fun if you don't know what you're getting into. And it's like, it's let's just say that I've had enough fun that it's been paid forward to multiple friends, because every time I'll give it to somebody, I'll be like, oh my god, so and so wants to try it out now because it was so fun.
Sounds like Cards Against Humanity, that there's nothing better than that first. Oh, finally showed up. Awesome. He's been waiting for the first shirt forever. So
October
6th. Yay!
Santa came early.
Death at the
dive bar.
Oh,
It's Hunt a Killer.
We will have to look that up.
So to be totally honest, I've had mixed experiences with Hunt a Killer.
So that's one that I have, but this is the one that I bought at Coppola's.
Ooh, murder mystery at the theater. Well, first of all,
like some people aren't gonna have an advantage on this cast.
No, they really don't.
Right.
They really don't, because I have to tell you, 9 times out of 10, like the last one that I did, Courtney and I actually did a Hunt a Killer together, and it was a theater themed one, and we kept getting messed up because they flipped how, like, so upstage, downstage, stage right, stage left.
Yeah.
They put it in layman's terms. So they put it from the audience perspective instead of the actor's perspective. Yeah. So every time we did the puzzle, we had to flip the whole thing over.
Oh, nice.
So they do not help us. It's actually worse for us.
Yeah, this one has 3 different endings, and then like you get your character. So yeah, like this is Steph O'Scope.
Oh God.
She's a doctor. And like
with
literally it tells you your background, like secret traits, dusty
not to get
silver.
Too close to her because it'll be really cold.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's so amazing, and like full rule book, like thick scripts, the whole 9. It's beautiful.
I have to plug this real quick. Go into our archives and check out our Clue episode. That was with Winchester was on that one. Winchester's wife. We had, I think Kaj was on that one. It was a really fun episode. But yeah, go back and check out our Clue episode. We played the game. My first time playing the game. We played the game. We watched the movie, and then we just did a show on it. And it's a fun episode. I think it's first year, so it's like really early in the show. But check it out. It's a fun episode.
Nice.
Around the table episode.
Yes, I miss. Honestly, I miss it, but I would not have anybody here if we were still at the table episodes.
So whenever you guys end up doing a table episode, what you have to do is you have to set up mannequins for me and Chris, and then like iPads on the face, so that we can feel like we're at the table.
We did try that. We did try that. It was we did not the mannequins. We had like different iPods set up for people. And it's when we were first experimenting around trying to figure out, well, we got all these cool people that we want to get on, but they're, I think that was actually shortly after Satomi showed up, because I interviewed Satomi and I'm like, oh, she's got to be on the show. Let's figure this out. So we're trying to get people on, and it's like, that's really hard because there was a delay.
Or, you could just come to New Jersey.
Let's go.
I don't like
I'll go to Vegas and let's fly to Jersey.
Let's buy a New Jersey in Vegas. There you go.
Comic-Con. I'm just saying.
Bruce, that's a nice cup, Skeeter.
It's not one of yours. I just threw stickers. I threw stickers on a Walmart cup. I have to order mine from you.
I'm working on it, man.
No, I gotta say this. If anybody is ever interested, get a hold of Tyler and Kimberly. He gets us the most amazing cups. We do like one a year with the new I Heart Geek design, whatever it is. And you do a fantastic job. And I want to say thank you guys for that.
Oh, not a problem. Not a problem. Just keep that steady supply of decals coming my way.
Yeah, yes. Remind me please text me and remind me after this episode. I have to send a ring to Satomi's friend, which is still I just got to send it. Yeah.
And
a ring.
Tyler,
And Tyler, I got to send him all those decals.
I don't have a cup, Tyler.
You don't?
Do you miss it every time that we do that?
I've never gotten a cup.
I'll send you a text. They're that much, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
For
the big one?
40.
Yeah.
30
if you're not part of the cast, it's going to be $40.
Nice.
I see how this is.
And if you're part of the cast, it's going to be 50.
It'll be something else if you're part of the cast. I'm just saying. Preferential treatment. But no, I do want to say what an amazing job, and I appreciate you guys doing that. I know it's a lot of work for those.
Yeah. No, we have a good time doing them.
Yeah. How long does it take you to do those cups?
I think we can knock out 4 cups in like a week.
Nice.
Now, what is so special about them? Because I haven't even really seen one. So
they're just made from scratch. Yeah, double get one. They start with a stainless steel blank, and we go from there doing whatever specific color palette, and put the Die Hard Geek decals or logos or whatever. And
are they're plastic or
no? They're stainless steel, and then we do.
Shut up.
Yeah, we do some sort of we do whether it be an acrylic paint job or some sort of the mica powder mixed in an epoxy.
Shut up! Those are so cool.
That's my first. This is the first ones we ever did.
We do a few coats of acrylic over it or epoxy, and they're not dishwasher safe, but they're pretty durable.
That.
That's amazing. All right,
100% custom.
I'm in.
Yeah. So everybody on the show, if you want to get a hold of Tyler and get an iHeartGeek cup, get a hold of anybody on the show. We will put you in touch with Kimberly and Tyler.
I'm on Facebook quite a bit, so you can find me.
And he's not going to. Hey, Griffin!
Hey,
how you doing?
Hey guys.
He can't.
Merry Christmas.
Said Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.
He's writing 3 papers right now. Otherwise, he'd be on with us.
To
so.
be young again.
Fresno State's whooping him.
I'd rather be on here with you guys. I miss you guys so much.
Miss you too,
man.
bud. We're gonna get you on very soon. I know we have some stuff scheduled up with you, so we will get you up soon.
I don't miss that. I don't miss that.
Neither do I.
No, not even a little bit. Christina, I don't know if we just can't see you or
I have
you're in the dark.
Yep. I have no power. You can maybe see the cargo ships
behind
you.
Yes, we can see that.
That's all right. You're keeping it
unfortunate.
mysterious.
Right, I'm Halloween, which is why Nightmare Before Christmas is my favorite movie. But I wanted to tell everybody Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and if my power comes on, because my battery's now at 7%, I will try to jump back in.
Yay!
Well, thanks for popping on, even if you can't come back. But we really hope you can come back. I hope your power comes back on.
I mean, look at how fast I disappear.
That's the greatest weight loss diet I've ever seen in my life. Just disappears.
So, hey, can we ask a Broadway question?
Yes.
Yeah.
So does the chandelier raise every show?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. Because I keep seeing the video and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go see this show.
Yes,
I gotta go.
You do.
I gotta go.
Unfortunately, it closed in Vegas, but it was a good show in Vegas.
It's the chandelier.
It's too short.
I know. Amazing. Yeah, it had issues.
We know
issues,
but and they didn't pick you up, so they can bite me. Yeah.
So, fun fact about the chandelier: I'm one of the 2 people that reveals it every night.
Really?
Yes.
Stop your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
And they also, for our opening, took over the tower in Times Square and actually did a virtual chandelier drop to mark our curtain going up.
Oh, that's
for
cool.
The first time on October 22nd. Yep.
Okay.
I might have ugly cried.
We all watched the video.
Just
you
saying.
definitely ugly cried. We watched the video.
I ugly cried hard.
Because we all put our lives on the internet way too much.
Ain't that the truth?
Okay, so I got a question for everybody here, except for Kimberly. And no offense, but we're going to ask you this question next year at this time. what is your favorite show that you have been on and why? So I want to go around a little bit. Oh wow, that's an interesting look we got there.
Well, no, because you didn't give us any warning, and it's not like we've done a show. Like, what of the 3 shows you've done? And no, it's like
you've done probably. I think out of this group, I've done the most. I think you're the second highest on this group.
Boom. Wow. All right, I do have an answer.
Okay, fire away.
The Mandalorian.
Oh, those were fun episodes.
Those were so fun because first of all, you've got a great freaking show. And then we had a really great group, and then we had drop-ins from people. And I think I might have like accidentally snorted water up my nose like at least 8 times laughing.
I've rewatched that whole series, by the way, of ours. Fun. Those were good shows. I enjoyed those a lot.
Yeah.
What about you, Tyler? You've done a lot of episodes too.
Yeah, as much as I'd love to say the zombie episode that I started on, I don't think that's it. I really had a great time doing Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Those were fun.
That was one that we could go back and forth about a lot of things on, and I think it was just a really good time.
Nice. Chris?
All of them, because it seems like I'm not on as much as I'd like to be anymore because, Phantom and
work, yes,
life. But all the Star Wars related episodes we've done, all the MCU things we've done, getting to finally watch the entire thing and actually understand what's going on in like WandaVision and
WandaVision. Yes.
Oh yeah, WandaVision.
Oh yeah.
And because this is fun. This is what this I Heart Geek family is kind of what helped me get through the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I just love being here.
And I've heard that a lot, and that means so much to me when people tell me that. And I'm like, I wasn't just wasting my time, Because, well,
not at all.
A little bit of that too, but
but I mean, let's be honest. There's a lot. If you're on the show, but I spend a lot of hours on every episode, from writing to the production to the post, and it means a lot when people appreciate it. And when people tell me that, it's really, I'm like, okay, I can keep going on this, because there's been a few times I'm like, okay, I'm done, and then someone will just randomly, man, that just really helped me through this. And, I just really feel like I have a community now, and I have some friends that I didn't have before. And I'm like, okay, I'll keep going.
It's still weird to me. And then we have to get to Skeeter, because you've been so patient with your Grogu
his ears are twitching.
But it's still weird to me that we've got this incredibly close family now that half of us have never actually met each other in person.
It's true.
It's what is this magic?
There was ever a bright spot in the pandemic,
yes,
for us, that'd be it,
Yeah,
and it really has been, because it was we were getting new content all the time. We weren't getting new content, and everything was political and humdrum, and we just, because we don't allow any of that on, people feel so much more comfortable, and yes, people want to fight me on all the time. No, we need to put this in. Like, no, we can't. Don't want to divide. Let's just have fun and talk about the stuff we love. That's it's been fun.
Let's focus on what brings us together.
Exactly.
Rather than
like why DC
apart.
is so much better than Marvel. Actually, no, they both suck now.
And why Bruce Springsteen is the greatest singer who's ever walked the earth.
Now, Chris, that's just the devil right there.
So, Skeeter, what was your favorite episode?
Well, let's see. So my favorite episode, like everybody has said, I mean, anything that I get to do with family, friends, I mean, is my favorite. But when we did the Joker episode, with Griffin's first episode that we did, to like literally see my kid like just take off. Like, I mean, I've seen a comic book nut side of my son in the past, but like that was something I've never seen before, and there was just joy all the way around.
Yeah.
Pretty much any time that we can get together and do a fun show, no matter what. They're all fun. So, and like Chris said, I mean, I spent every day on this box that my phone is actually sitting on right now. So, during pandemic, working from home and was going through a lot of garbage with health and mental health and all that stuff. This was always like my brightest spot to take away, an hour and a half, whatever it was on a Saturday morning or a Friday night or a Saturday night or a Sunday, just made all the difference. So I'm very grateful to be a part of this craziness. And now I'm actually like a legit member of the gang. So.
Right on. You're wearing your colors.
You actually, right now, you are, if Santa were a member of iHeartGeek. Right there.
Yeah, your beard's looking really good. A little gray coming in there.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's possible because you must be 20 years older than me, I think. We graduated at the same time, but you've got to be older than me.
Yeah, like by what, a year maybe?
It happens like that. Okay, here's a fun little question that I'm kind of curious, and if anybody else pops in, we'll get it. What is your New Year's resolution? You can be as personal or as non-personal as you want, either for the show or for anything. So I'm kind of curious on what we might have on some of these. And I will answer this, but I'm going to wait a few minutes. So let's see. I started with Tyler last time. Let's start with Skeeter this time.
So New Year's resolution. I think my New Year's resolution this year is literally going to be start checking things off the list. Really focus on relationships and doing those things that we've always said we were going to do, but always put them on a shelf. So travel, putting things away, and just kind of really focusing on family, friends, and what's important.
Where do you want to travel?
Somewhere on the East Coast, both north and south.
Yeah.
East Coast.
That's what I'm saying.
So I really want to bring my wife back. I want to bring my wife and Griffin back over to New York, to Jersey, to just see it all. And then definitely make a trip down to Florida. And just, I want to take her to Key West so she can see what it's all about down there.
Nice.
And then head
We
up
got
to
a beach or two for you.
Yeah. Head up
Go see the cats.
And they were busy today.
Head up that west coast of Florida, the Gulf side, and hang out with some good people.
Nice.
Because I hear that's where the good people hang out.
I love how happy Kimberly looks right now. It's like
as she's sitting on her veranda. What is it, like 80 down there?
About that.
It's 30 here. It's 30 in freaking Vegas.
Yeah. It's we're dropping below 40 out here, so
too cold. Too cold to even ride my bike. So
I was going to say something else inappropriate, but I'm stopping myself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tell me, what's yours?
I'm going to be really controversial. I do not do.
Neither do I. But it's for fun. This is for funsies. We're not holding you to it.
Well, no, I mean, I really don't, because I set goals for myself throughout the year, and and I also recognize. So we're going to get into my philosophy here. I also recognize that sometimes things shift, and sometimes that means that your goals will shift, and so and I've been. God, I'm gonna sound so stuck up, but I had some coming back into the show, and I've been meeting them. So I'm going to just stay the course and adapt as necessary, and always continue to do my best to practice kindness and compassion, and seeing things from the other perspective before jumping to conclusions. Doesn't always happen, but that's why it's a goal.
Very good. Okay, but I want to do mine real quick. So as far as my goal is in June to have I Heart Geek at Comic-Con and to get everybody that's on this panel or on the show in general there if possible.
Sure.
Holy moly.
My other goal is to anybody that I can't meet at Comic-Con, I want to go. Let me mute Skeeter here because he's yeah, I don't know if he knows he's talking. Don't want to say anything that inappropriate. And then and I want to meet everybody that's on the show, like in person.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys are everybody that's on the show, you guys are family to me, you know that. And I haven't met half y'all. Which is really weirdly ironic. And then my other goal is I would like to get about 5 people on the show so that we're not burning people out. That's the worst part of the podcast is I know it burns people out because it's a lot of work. I don't mind it for me, but for everybody else, it's a lot of time. Yep. But so I'd like to get some more people on, and that's my goals. Oh yes, and I do not want to have a political debate with anyone for the rest of the year.
I love that.
I say, if you don't agree with me, cool. And
so you're getting rid of your internet.
That is kind of the philosophy I'm looking like. If someone doesn't agree with me, okay, cool. I hear what you're saying. Do you want to hear my opinion or no? And if you don't want to, cool. Have a great day. We're still friends.
There you go.
Yep.
Tyler, what is yours?
Well, much like Satomi, I don't really set resolutions. I don't really feel the need most of the time, but for funsies. Number 1 on the list, this lady right here would probably like to hear me say, quit smoking. That's
how hard you push everybody on this show to get in shape. We can all start pushing you on the cigarettes.
Hey, fair is fair, right? I get
it. I'll say horrible things to you.
But other than that, it's pretty much to just keep staying the course, man. We have a certain way that we operate, and it really seems to work out. We've been blessed, time after time, and we make sure that whatever we do, any of the big decisions we make, we don't downgrade, and we try not to tread to the side. We try to upgrade every time. So
very good.
Try and keep with that formula, and we'll see you this time next year. Hopefully it'll all be hunky dory.
Kimberly?
Been better.
I think I would like to.
Can you get a little closer to your mic?
So, obviously, I want to get a little bit healthier, more so because I want to do more things with the boys because they've got a lot of energy, and I don't have that much energy.
So much.
Well, you've got boys.
Yeah. Well, honestly,
you got chitlins.
I respect that more than, I want to get in shape because I want to look better. But that to me I respect that more than I just want to be beautiful.
Yeah, well
not everyone can look like me, kids. Beautiful. Not everybody.
When the 4-year-old runs out the door and starts running across the yard, it's like, okay, now I gotta chase you. Come on,
man. Hey, listen, being a mommy, I got mad respect for you guys. Mad respect. That is exhausting.
Oh, yes, it's very exhausting.
Chris, I'd like to hear yours now that you're married and stuff. I don't know if that changed. If anyone was not aware, he hasn't said it a million times. Chris is married now. So he found I guess the ether did not wear off before the wedding, so he convinced her to say yes. So
I mean, we had a 2-year engagement, but that was by design because we saw the bill of how much everything would cost, and then we just pushed it back to 2020 thinking 2021 I should say, and we said to ourselves, what's the worst that could happen waiting one additional year? So at the beginning of 2020 I wrote down 3 things that I wanted to happen in 2020. None of those things happened because of a little thing called the pandemic. However, I did the same thing January of this year, which still feels like it's 2020, but it's 2021. And those 3 of the 4 things came true. I got healthier, both mentally and physically. I went back to work with Satomi and all our friends. And I married my wife. And we are happy and healthy 50-something days into our marriage, even though we've been together 7 years. The 4th,
not that he's counting.
Not that I'm counting. The 4th thing the thing that did not come true. I wanted the Devils to win the Stanley Cup.
Keep waiting.
Yes,
Don't hold
but
your
that is
breath.
out of your control.
So I think for this year, the things I'm going to write on a piece of paper and stick on my fridge in no particular order. I have to do the Devils win the Stanley Cup because they have a shot this year. Maybe. I don't know. I want to go on my honeymoon.
We'll discuss that on your show.
Yeah.
Wait. Even after they lost to the worst team in the league.
Okay, well, that's not real fair because we just lost to who was that, Philadelphia, who's been on a 10-game losing streak. It happens.
The Islanders.
It's a game.
Actually. Islanders. You can hear about all my hockey musings on my podcast, Georgetti on Ice, but we're not talking about
that. Which I do listen to every week, by the way.
It's a great podcast.
But I think, thank you. I'm glad someone listens to it.
Learn to use your analytics. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know. So I think, so thing number one that's going in my fridge, Devils win the Stanley Cup because I have to write it until they actually do. Thing number two, go on my damn honeymoon. Ooh, sorry. Because I got married to my wife and then I had to do a show. Like go right into Tech Week. And
that wasn't an iHeart Geek fault.
Yeah,
that's not iHeart.
No. Yeah, this show. The other show, the one that pays the bills. But I was so happy to be back at work. It was fine. I needed money. Daddy needed money. So we're going to go on our honeymoon as long as it is safe to do so overseas. Where? We don't know. It just depends how safe it is. And
of course, I'm convincing you to go to California and
we're
out in San Francisco.
No, we're going to San Francisco. Oh, we're doing that too.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So travel.
Hang on, Vegas.
I guess the third thing is something I've practiced a lot over the last year, especially with the wedding and the stresses that come with it, is just to take care of myself and be happy, because I've learned the hard way, not to get too dark or deep, that I only get one life. And if I try making people happy who aren't necessarily on my side or on my team, then what's the point?
Yeah.
So 2022 will be a year where I do a lot of self-reflection and work. And the fourth thing, the final thing, and then I'll let someone else talk because I've talked too much. The fourth thing I'd like to happen is to have a staged reading or workshop of my musical, which I finish in September.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to be in.
How do I not know about that?
Oh, because I've kept it a secret from pretty much everyone, because it's my first musical that I've written, and it's a very, very personal subject to me.
So it's all in B minor?
And my
no,
those are my
That's
classical.
such a bad musical joke. Oh my gosh. Okay. Five people got it.
I just didn't even hear it, but go ahead.
It's my first. It's like if I ever have kids, it's my first baby. I'm trying to take care of it as much as I can before I send it out into the world. But what I will say about it is it's something unlike anyone people have heard before. Satomi's heard a little bit of it, and she can attest to how potentially good this may be. My wife just texted me because she's listening from downstairs. She's like, "Why are you talking about your musical?" And I thought it was a secret.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Well, I've been telling. See, well, the thing about what I will say more, words are not my friend. We just did a show in New York, but I didn't intend to write about the pandemic, but the themes that I was working with happened to meld into this thing that at the core of the story, everyone can relate to the themes of what happens in this show.
Nice.
And I have 2 hours of music, and right now I'm editing the book with my wife, who gave me the inspiration for the story. because if I didn't meet her, I wouldn't have found out about what I'm writing about. So that's a little nugget. That's a little nugget.
The true story of what you're writing about.
Yeah,
true story.
It is
And
based.
It's very cool. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, it is based on something that actually happened, but more on that.
So, well, hopefully you and I can talk about this later.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you.
I'd like to hear about this.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I have one more question that I'm going to ask you guys, and then we'll kind of wrap up, and I'll turn the recording off so that we don't have to be family friendly anymore. Okay. Well, y'all want to get the non-family friendly stuff, pay for it. Yeah, because we just don't do that. Okay, so here and it goes along with the non-family friendly thing. What would you like to do a show on IHG that I would never let you do a show on? Being we have let's be honest, we have pretty stringent rules on what we cover and what we won't. So I would like to hear one show that you would like to do that I would never let you do on iHeartGeek. Tyler, let me give. I want to hear what's coming out of your warped little mind.
Warped little mind, man.
That wasn't meant as an insult, so yeah.
I would love to do, and it'll probably be obvious why you wouldn't allow it. I'd love to do a show on Cheech and Chong.
Oh yeah.
Now that's one that it's kind of borderline, and I'd like to do it, but that will be a hard show to do.
Exactly. Because it's certain subjects.
You know what? If we can make it to episode
often.
420, we will do Cheech and Chong.
Hey!
There you
Yay, wishes come true.
Blaze it.
Well, it's legal in most states now, I think. So, is there any state it's not in? I think it's the majority at this point.
I think there's only 2 that it's not legal in.
Okay.
And we're not your definition of
legal. Well, California was legal for like 10 years ish. I don't know. So Skeeter, what about you? What show would you like to do that I would never let you do on iHeartGeek?
Oh my goodness. Wow, that is so, like, I have my list. I wish I wasn't on my phone so I could pull up my list of ones that you've said. No. We'll never do that.
I love how y'all make me sound like the biggest jerk.
Because I've sent it to you multiple times. I know, like,
if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Right? Just keep on keeping on. So I think the one that I've always talked about doing is one of my favorite shows. And I know we did the motorcycles in the TV and movies, but I would love to do, I keep asking you to do the Sons of Anarchy, Mayans piece to talk about those were awesome, but I totally understand why we don't, because it's not super family friendly, but totally fun to do.
So tell me, what about you?
So the title would be Shockingly Dirty Old Music.
Oh my gosh.
And by that I mean
that is going on the list.
There are all of these old, we don't think of old-timey stuff as ever being dirty. We always have this sort of illusion of things didn't get bawdy until later. And there is some stuff out there that will just shock the pants off you.
Oh my gosh.
And we were actually just talking today, and it's not that old, but a lot of us grew up with Grease, the musical, and we grew up with the movie version. If you listen to the original Broadway musical version, some of you who think you know the show and are like, well, Broadway can never get that dirty. Oh boy, howdy.
Didn't everyone get naked in hair?
Really?
Everybody got naked in hair. Everybody gets naked at the end. There's a few shows where everybody gets naked. I mean, Broadway is definitely the furthest thing from innocent. I mean, gosh, Spring Awakening. Look, I mean, there's so much that that is not as
the Angry Inch thing. I
as
think
we
that's on
think.
Broadway.
Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so much. There's so much. But even if you go back to like, you know, the 1920s, you go back to the 1800s, go back to I mean music all the way back. As long as humans have been able to be dirty little things, we have written music in that vein. And I think it would be really fun to explore that.
That's really interesting. There was a I heard this expose on at the adult houses, I guess you could say. I'm trying to figure out a nice way of saying that. This is why it's hard to do this show. They would actually, some of the girls would record like really, really dirty songs, and people would buy them if they were with them. So that it'd be like a little memento. But I mean, it was like horribly dirty songs. I'm like, look, it made Two Live Crew look like, and
is that your collection on the back shelf behind you? I
see. Anyway, but yeah, no, that would be like Louie. I don't know that it was dirty, but all the teenagers at the time were, and so everybody had dirty lyrics to it. So yeah, that's really interesting.
There's so much
difficult to do
officially.
Yeah,
dirty. Yes. Oh,
if you help me write that to make it so that it's semi-family friendly, I will do it.
That'd be very hard to do.
Be a lot of work.
No pun intended. Very hard to do.
Wah, wah. Chris, what about you?
Oh, where to begin?
If you have a couple, go for it. I'm like, wow.
Well, I'd love to do a show where we can just curse the entire time and just talk with our sailor mouths about stuff. I'd love to do, in that vein, I'd love to do a show about South Park. Because it's amazing. Like, it's low-key amazing with how many references they fit into their episodes.
Actually, we should just do Trey Parker and Matt Stone in general.
Yeah,
because that includes Mormon Boy, that includes Cannibal the Musical, Orgasmo,
Team America World
Tour. Oh my! The dirtiest scene I've ever seen in my life, and it was puppets.
Yeah,
I'm like, so dirty.
The limo scene was still the worst of the whole movie.
oh God!
I'm only I'm half joking about this next one, a show about why Bruce Springsteen is actually the greatest American songwriter.
Well, did it help when he
20th century?
Was he writing songs in prison for DUI?
Yes, he was.
Yeah. I just got to take him down a peg every time you say it.
In the vein of New Jersey, a show about the Sopranos.
Yes, I want it so bad, please.
Because I grew up where they filmed the show. Like, I can tell you exactly. Wise guys.
He could be on location.
I've never gotten into Sopranos, but I will tell you this, Chris. If you want to do that show, get the cast together and you can totally do that show.
Chris, call me. Oh my gosh.
Chris just won.
And
see, everyone's afraid to come at me with these. I'm like, no, you can totally do that. I just don't have an interest in it.
And
trying to figure out how to do it cleanly.
Big kitty cat, that guy, yeah.
See, there wouldn't be a way to do it cleanly, which is why it would be a joint production between Georgetti on Ice and I Heart Geek, because I allow swearing sometimes on my show, and we would do bonus episodes. A show that not necessarily you won't do, but I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. A collaboration.
I'm totally down with collaborating.
Yeah,
but we've done a gangsters TV or gangsters on movies and TV episode. It's about probably 2 years ago. So I mean, we're due to do it again. So yeah, we can definitely. Yeah, because I just don't have the knowledge of Sopranos.
Well, especially now that you got Tony Number's nephew on here. I mean, to crying out loud. Yeah,
we're actually
got to get the spaghetti. What?
The spaghetti and the gabagool.
Oh, the spaghetti.
Not the gabagool.
Spaghetti.
The gabagool. I finally know what that means now.
Yeah,
I have no idea what it is, but that's cool.
I actually have no clue.
It's slang for
capicola.
Gabagool.
It's spicier than pepperoni.
like prosciutto.
Yeah,
like prosciutto.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Sidebar-
it's my poor little Irish tongue
Mozzarella.
couldn't handle it. Is what you're
I
saying?
learned
Gotcha.
something today. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sidebar. Yes,
The more you know.
I grew up in northern New Jersey, and every time I hear someone say mozzarella, mutz, there's another one that just makes me cringe.
Gravy?
But like, yes, it's not gravy.
Oh,
it's not gravy.
I've
It
never
is
heard
not
of anybody
gravy.
say
It
that,
is
but that's
not
disgusting.
Gravy. It is
It's-
not.
I
Gravy.
like gravy on my potatoes. I don't put gravy on spaghetti. That is not gravy. That's sauce.
We should just do
Sauce.
a whole
Noodles
show.
and sauce.
Noodles and sauce. We should just do a whole show about why those people who call tomato sauce gravy are wrong.
Are wrong.
See, here's the deal. But your show is like 10 to 15 minutes. Ours is an hour. It's very hard to
Sausage
think.
and
You're
peppers.
wrong for an hour.
But you know, we could talk about food in general and how people are wrong. Like it's bruschetta. Excuse me, bru with a flipped R, not a rolled R.
Bruschetta.
Bruschetta,
Yeah.
not
You referring to
bruschetta.
bruschetta?
Bruschetta.
Bruschetta. They even say it wrong on the TV for the pizza, for the pies. The
What is-
bruschetta pies, the pizza.
Oh,
yeah,
that's just a crime.
the
that's a
frozen
crime.
pizzas. Yeah, you know.
Frozen pizzas? Ugh.
That's on my list
DiGiorno-
too. I want to go to the best.
DiGiorno is okay in a pinch.
You know
In a
what?
pinch,
I
DiGiorno's
don't mind
okay.
it. I don't
I don't mind it.
I don't mind
I don't
it.
mind it.
I don't mind it. You know,
you're
my
right.
favorite pizza though is a chain, and you guys probably hate it. My favorite is Round Table Pizza. I love me some
Round
Table
table is really
What is
good.
Round
I
Table
Oh,
mean,
it's the
if I want to
bomb.
feel like I'm 5 again, absolutely.
Oh, shut up, you
Absolutely.
Is
snob.
Well, no,
that
that's
like-
not necessarily a
is that a
bad
West Coast thing?
That's
Is-
not a bad thing.
I don't know. Is it only West Coast?
Yeah.
It's like pizzeria.
Hi,
You know, I think it's a
Blythe.
West Coast thing too.
Joining us
Hey.
at the
You
You
tail
got it. You
end.
haven't lived until you had clam pizza
Ugh.
in Connecticut.
Yes.
Oh,
That sounds about
Clam
as bad as
pizza.
pineapple on pizza.
That
oh,
sounds
it's
is
amazing.
so good.
See,
It is
California, we have what's that? Oh my gosh, it's I'll think of it in a second. It's Mexican though. It's
Taco pizza.
called Taco Bill.
No,
Little Caesar.
no,
chorizo.
no, it's it's
Domino's.
pork in a green sauce. What's that called?
Verde.
Yeah, chili verde pizza.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh
I need
my
that.
gosh,
ooh.
Okay,
so ridiculous.
Blythe, I want you to answer this question too. I know you just came on. We're kind of on the tail end, but I want you to answer this question too. What show would you love to do on iHeartGeek that I would never allow you to do on iHeartGeek?
Marvel sucks. Wait, I mean,
No,
sorry.
that's they're both DOA at this point. Let's be honest. But anyway,
I mean, if you
They
wanna
are.
have a show, Skeeter, that gets absolutely 0 views, then hey,
Oh,
do what you gotta do. A show
oh, I miss
that
your sarcasm.
that we would
Me
never
too.
that you'd never let us do.
yeah.
And I proved almost everybody wrong on these. So
Hey, Blythe, look what I'm wearing.
I know it looks good, man. Looks real good.
you sounded like such a 5-year-old right then. What I'm wearing.
Hey Blythe. Hey Blythe.
Blythe,
Blythe.
hey,
Hey,
look at him
hey,
wearing.
Blythe.
Look at him wearing.
You know, he's got a 2-year-old at home. I think he's good.
Ugh,
I'm
let's
so
not-
sorry,
Let's not
man.
even talk about that guy. God, I don't know. I know I've asked to do a episode for a bit now. That
Oh,
we
which
haven't-
episode? I'm sorry, you got kind of
Like,
cut down a little bit.
Sorry, like the weed episode, like marijuana.
We actually
um,
did. We might if we hit episode 420. It was decided we will do it. We're to Cheech and Chong
So-
anyway.
And I think that's the thing, right? Is that you want to turn it into like a Cheech and Chong type episode. I want to dive into the depths of people who geek out over their weed.
Yeah, I think you're right on that one.
Purple train wreck.
Again,
Yeah.
I have no judgment on that whatsoever.
No, it's a
I
thing.
because I have zero. I used to do security for our local dispensary, and I don't have any issue at all. But again, that's a difficult for a wide audience. So just so
Sure.
y'all know, I'm not being mean and like,
Oh.
I love y'all, and I do want to give you all the shows you guys want, but I also want to look at the big picture on stuff too.
Sure.
Blythe has probably suggested more shows than anybody on here. I think. No,
I don't know. I don't know. I was about to say.
Satomi leaves some books in the email.
I have a running encyclopedia of show ideas.
Her show idea list is bigger than Santa Claus's naughty and nice list. Let's just put it that way.
That's quite a few.
And he and there's a whole chunk of them that he still won't do, man.
Man,
that's because you're like the sole person who
man.
knows about the actual content.
The Knights of Badassery. Come on, Unicorn City. These are epic. Some of our listeners know these movies, and it would be on board.
I say, if you put something online on our Facebook page and show that there's a little bit of interest, I will totally do it.
Okay.
Some of those weird
signatures. Get some signatures.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a petition.
That's not what I'm saying, but yeah.
I'm gonna do a petition for movies dedicated to the geek.
There you go.
Yes.
Yes. And then I'm gonna make you all watch it.
Okay.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna like it. We've
had to do that more than once, I think, between you
I've
and
had to do it. I've done it for you
you've
guys.
done it too.
I've done it for you guys.
And have we ever steered you wrong?
Have we done a World of Kevin Smith?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we did that.
Okay.
We left you out on purpose. I'm kidding.
Oh, that's before Skeeter, I think.
Probably.
Maybe the way to do it is to not just watch it, but watch it live, like a Zoom. And then whatever crazy thing Satomi picks, and we can call it crazy things Satomi picks.
That, you know what? That we could do that as a monthly.
There you go.
We all have to sit around and watch it.
Just
of course, we can't show it.
Come true.
We can't show it on Zoom, but we can show our reactions and we can do our.
We do it.
There you go.
Let's definitely look at doing that.
Yeah,
this is how it works, kids.
Yeah, you want to be on, you want to be on the show. You want episodes. Come talk to me. Show me how it works, and we will make it work.
Awesome.
That's how we've done everything with this show.
Leave it in the comments too, our listeners. I mean, for goodness' sake.
I wish we would have done this live, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody recently did ask for the first 3 episodes of Hawkeye, and they got it.
Yes, they did.
All you got to do is ask.
I actually
and it was an amazing show.
I was going to avoid doing it just because everyone's, like I said before, kind of burnout thing. So I was like, well, I don't know if there's going to be enough interest, blah, blah. Somebody asked for it. I'm like, you know what? And with the way that it was worded, like I wait for these so I can hear what you guys think before I watch them. I'm like, crap. Okay. So we went through and we cut it down, but we're doing a first and a second episode. So the first episode for the first 3 and one for the second 3. If you guys want something, tell me and we will make it happen. That's like I said.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this before I dip because I got to go finish.
Well, we're about
dinner.
to get out here anyway, so go ahead.
But there's a young man in my house that is dancing for what's releasing next weekend.
Spider-Man.
So if there is a show, yes, that kid has been Spider-Man since he was at least 3 years old. Nothing means more to him.
I promise the iHeart Geek World. Oh, John showed up. I promise the iHeart Geek World that we will definitely do the new Spider-Man movie within a week and a half to 2 weeks after it's out.
And we're also going to have to do the new Matrix movie because those trailers look amazing.
Oh my gosh. Hi, John. How are you?
Yep. John.
Merry Christmas. John from California.
John from
forever.
California.
Hello. I finally made it.
Oh, you're beautiful snake.
He's got a snake. All right.
Caramel.
Caramel. Hi, Caramel.
Yeah. She's got this lovely copper color to her.
Oh, she's beautiful.
A red tail there?
She wants to
she's not. She's not a
I have
red
a
tail.
blender for that.
She's a hypo salmon boa.
Okay.
Oh.
Hypo salmon.
I had a buddy whose boa used to, when I had hair down to my rear end, that used to wrap itself around my ponytail and go to sleep.
Yeah, she'll wrap herself around like our hair, or she likes my glasses.
Neck.
She likes my glasses a lot, though.
She apparently doesn't like you anymore.
No.
To quote Indiana Jones, Why did it have to be snakes?
Because my friend he couldn't take care of it, and so he asked if we wanted it, so we did.
You're like, heck yeah.
That's cool. Well, hey guys, I gotta bounce. I gotta go finish dinner. I love you all.
Merry Christmas, Skeeter.
Merry Christmas, bro.
Merry Christmas, Skeeter.
Look forward to seeing y'all soon. Chris, call me. I want in on the Goodfellas the musical. So let's do this.
Don't say that. You know that's going to be coming. Ugh, you know.
I'll do it.
If they could do a Steve Rogers the musical, they could do Goodfellas.
Hey, in high school for Drama 1, I did OJ the musical.
Oh, well, you know they've done Lord of the Rings the musical and Star Wars the musical.
And you notice it's never
the
last.
Opera? No, I think it was Star Wars the opera. I think it actually did really well in Europe.
In Europe, but Hasselhoff does well in Europe.
And
Hasselhoff is big in Europe or Germany.
It's more Germany.
Yeah,
huge in Germany.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Huge.
John. Well, I'll Skeeter's checking later, but
thank you.
Okay, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked everybody. This is because we're wrapping down, but I'm going to ask this question: what show would you like to do that I would never let you do on iHeartGeek? It doesn't have to be family friendly unless you just have to word it family friendly.
It would be a I Hate Victor Wooten. I'm kidding.
Yeah, no one on earth thinks that. Yeah,
I'm offended.
I don't know. I don't know I don't know what I would do that you wouldn't let me do.
Okay,
I can't think of it. You've pretty much let me do we haven't done Fringe yet because you haven't watched it.
Has anybody else watched Fringe?
I love Fringe.
I love Fringe.
Okay.
Oh,
So there we go. Now we have a cast set
of Fringe.
I don't understand how Satomi has the amount of time to
watch everything.
And
she's been on everything.
Get the content that she has in her mind.
Because I have been a geek my whole life. So this is acquired.
He just called you out.
It's easy to catch up on stuff when you've been watching it as it comes, you know.
Yes.
Fair enough.
And I mean, like, Fringe is not a new show.
No.
I mean,
it's been off the years for like 7-8 years.
Oh God, years and years and years. I mean, I'm trying to keep up with Cowboy Bebop, but I am so sad.
Don't watch the live; it's so bad.
I am enjoying it so much.
You didn't watch the anime first, though, did you?
No, I did not.
Yeah,
I've heard nothing but good things from the anime community about it being good.
Yes.
I know. You got to be kidding me.
No, 100%. I know a bunch of people
honestly,
who are super into the anime that love it.
That is my favorite anime ever. And that, to me, the live version is one of the worst things. I would rather watch Captain Marvel than watch that.
You're the only person that I've heard that said that.
Oh, it's terrible. It got canceled. I'm glad.
I will say it's a little weird that like Lucius Malfoy is in it, but you know, other than that, only people who've seen it will understand that. Bly's laughed.
I just think I don't like how cheap it looks, and I don't like.
Oh, it doesn't look cheap to me at all, and I love
it's
that there's a lot of like.
It's supposed to look like that.
You know, there's the comic frame. Like each thing is shot as if it were a graphic novel. It's really. I think it's a lot of fun, and I think the fight choreography is great. And
that's where it lost me. That's the first place it lost me.
I really enjoyed it because
I will say this though.
To it that's delightful.
I loved the intro. I thought that they did a really good job with that.
The music is outstanding.
Well, it's Cowboy Bebop, and they didn't get it all, but that intro was good with the way they had the anime intro without it being anime, and I thought that was pretty nice. But yeah, no, I don't know, and I know Satomi, you give a lot more grace on things when you first watch them.
Because I'm in. I'm there to have a good time.
To get anything made, it takes so much. Like for it to get to that level, it's like how many things get turned down, and it's like, oh, they finally made something.
Yeah, I wanted to like it. I really, really did. Because I say I love Cowboy Bebop. That is, I'm not huge in anime, but that's my big one.
You're a fan of it already, so
yeah.
That anything that's not living right up to that is going to be a disappointment.
Well, it's a tough one because to me that is the best anime ever made. So it's hard to.
Wow. Okay.
I highly suggest. It's 26 episodes, one season. That's all you get, and it's literally made so you're not going to get it anymore.
Where can you stream it?
It's on Netflix.
It's going to happen. I don't know when, because right now I'm watching like an episode of something a week when I'm.
She says that, but next week she'll be asking us to do.
I got halfway through it. I love Ed. I love Ein. Yeah.
Well, I also have a train ride.
Oh yeah.
So I can like binge stuff on my commute.
You East Coasters, you get that advantage. You get you don't have to drive anywhere.
Man, it's a thing.
Things are too spread out to do a train ride.
In California.
Public transportation is non-existent.
Oh
no,
it's only even worse in Vegas.
It's like the weird, crazy people are the only ones that take public transportation.
Yep.
That's Florida.
But just because we have public transit here in the New York, New Jersey tri-state area, it doesn't mean it's any good.
But it seems like that's like part of the culture over there, which I think is interesting.
Yeah. We do a
it
show on that.
definitely is.
Well, it is because the West Coast, that would actually be an interesting episode, is West Coast versus East Coast culture. Or
my
just
nieces
your
and
community
nephews
culture.
were just my nieces and nephew were just in town, and he's like really into trains and construction equipment and all of that. And it suddenly struck me that New York is a flipping dream to this kid.
Yeah.
Because it's all trains and boats and cop cars and taxis and construction and like it's every single toy.
Tyler and Kim, I'm kind of curious. You guys don't really fit in with it's Florida. You don't fit in really with the East Coast culture per se, or do you?
Florida's not the East Coast.
No,
Florida's its own.
It's
Florida's
on
its own
Coast.
country. We are our own country, buddy. No,
it's like what was it, like Kevin and Bean on K-Rock out here. They used to have a thing called Florida or Germany, and they would read like the craziest like headlines, and they try and guess whether it was Florida or Germany.
I could see that, man. No, as far as public transportation, it's just too damn hot to be riding a train here, man. You'd be sticking to everybody.
Yeah.
No, you need them all to
there'd
be
just be like
Disneyland tram.
There'd be like sweat silhouettes of people on the trains and buses.
Oh yeah.
It all looks like a Miyazaki fever dream.
No, it's a weird mix, and we seem to be the place that everybody who doesn't want to be somewhere runs to. So
yep,
it's quite the melting pot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, because of Yusatomi, there's another anime that I just watched, and I wanted to share. Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh yeah,
so good. I don't know why it's good, because the story's not good, but I was like I'm like, this is really cool. And the imagery is really cool on that one. So it's on HBO. Check it out.
Miyazaki creates, and actually, isn't everything
all of
on
Studio
HBO Max
Ghibli
right
is on
now?
HBO Max.
It's on HBO for
Ghibli.
another, I think, 4 months, and I think it's going away.
And he's doing a new
everything.
movie.
Which
Bly's the one who told me about it. He's doing a new film. I don't know what it's called. I don't think there's anything released about it yet, is there?
No, he comes out of retirement like every 4 or 6 years to make a new movie.
It.
Yeah, and that's what's awesome about him as a creator is that he doesn't feel like he needs to constantly be putting stuff out. If he has an idea that he wants to do, he just makes it, and his stuff is usually pretty amazing.
My kid kind of explained it to me. He said, "Don't worry about the story. The story is second. It's the beautiful imagery that you are just in." Mm-hmm. I'm like, and when I watched it like that, I got it, and I'm like, this is really cool.
He creates a world. Well, and also there's the Japanese culture, and there's sort of, there's stuff that's sort of assumed that you would know about, because that's where his perspective is coming from. So that probably would help, but yeah, I'm so glad. Welcome to the fold.
No, I've been trying to get into that for quite a while. I really have, but you got to find the opportunity to get in, and then you get into it. So, okay, with that being said, we're about to shut off the record button and then have our Christmas party. So, thank you everybody so much for the whole year. Thank you for everything especially everybody that's on the show, everybody, all the panelists that are here and that weren't able to make it tonight. I appreciate y'all so much. You guys make my life a million times better, and I'm not just saying that. I look forward to doing this every time that I step out of bed, and it's all because of you guys, and I really appreciate y'all. I'm Dub. Let's see. At the moment, we have Satomi, we have Kimberly, we have Tyler, we have John, we have Blythe, we have Chris, we had Skeeter earlier, we had Christina, we had Courtney couldn't make it, Michelle couldn't make it. I know I'm missing a lot of people, and I'm sorry. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. And until next time, we're going to take a couple weeks off, so we'll see you in about 3 weeks. But have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, be safe, and keep on geeking on.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
You have been listening to the latest episode of the iHeart Geek Show. Make sure you visit our website at www.iheartgeekshow.com. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you check us out on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And keep on geeking on to all of you geek rock stars.